Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about walking again, and in case you have seen any of my previous videos, you already know that I love walking. I consider it potentially the best exercise ever, not just for physical health, but mostly actually for my mental health. And I told you in one of my recent videos that practically habit of walking, become my first milestones that I feel confident about, that I actually started working on my other health-related habits, especially weight loss related goals. So today I want to talk a little bit about some strategies that may help you, because it's actually helped me to build this walking habit. And what can you do in order a few months later become actually a walker? So the first piece of advice that probably you're already aware of, it's about making this habit small and consistent. So you should not immediately start from 10,000 steps in case you have never walked before, or you kind of have like a long break after you've been walking maybe in the past regularly. It should be something easy. Let's say it's gonna be 10-15 minutes a day. And even though now it feels too easy because you think, okay, at least I can set 30 minutes a day, like 10 minutes, it's way too low. Still, I would advise you to start with 10 minutes, because in this case, we need to work not on the amount of steps or amount of time we are spending on walking, but actually on consistency. And in case you are able to walk 10 minutes per day, but like every single day, daily, for a month, and preferably also at the same time, let's say it's gonna be morning, it's already gonna make this habit to stick so much easier. Because once you're motivated, once you start building this habit, with the wings of this motivation, you can actually hit even 10,000 steps, in case you didn't do it before, for a week, maybe even for a two. But after motivation is getting lower, you feel more bored, you feel less motivated, etc., etc. And slowly we are kind of started skipping time, we start postponing it, and unfortunately the habit is not sticking. But if you make your priority those 10-15 minutes, but every single day, and again, it's better to start also every single time because it's easier for our brain to build this habit, you definitely increases your chances for this habit to stick. Next piece of advice is connected with making this habit convenient. So you should keep your shoes somewhere where you can see them, so it's gonna motivate you. You should find a very suitable way around your home, not far from your home, in order to walk. Maybe you're gonna use treadmill, maybe you will use something else, maybe even you're just gonna walk in your home from like in the hall or something. It doesn't matter. It should be something that you already decided on. So this is gonna be the place when I'm gonna walk. This is gonna be my shoes, this is gonna be my clothes that I'm gonna wear. And it should be comfortable, convenient, and easy to start. Next part, which I think is probably the most important, it's about tracking and rewarding yourself. So we already know that in case you want to see progress, you actually need to start tracking, you need to start measuring it. And obviously the easiest way to track and measure it, it's with the amount of steps you are doing. So you can decide on a certain amount of steps per day or a certain amount of time. And you can use applications on your phone for this purpose. You can use just time, you can track the amount of steps you do daily and kind of motivate yourself in that way. Because actually seeing that every day, for example, you're hitting 5,000 steps, it's already reward itself. There are also so many nice applications today. I remember the one I started and the one I'm still using, but not as actively as I did when I started my walking habit. It was the application called Fantasy Hike. When you are like a Frodo and you are carrying that ring to its final destination, and it shows you kind of map how you're going through rivers, how you're climbing the mountains. It's actually quite fun. I have no connection to this application, just this is something that I randomly found when I was searching for some interesting application for walking, so I can recommend this one. But there are like definitely way more like something fun, something enjoyable, something that feels like a personal challenge, please pick up for yourself. Next thing, next recommendation, it's about making it enjoyable. And we already know that in case you force yourself, in case you feel like you are suffering, it will be way harder to build this habit, because your brain will try to keep you away from something that makes you suffer. But in case you make it enjoyable, and you, for example, you can walk in a beautiful place. It can be a park, a forest, riverside, seaside. Maybe you can listen to nice music when you're walking. Maybe you can listen to your favorite podcast, and your podcast you can listen only when you're walking, for example, so there will be some kind of positive connection. Maybe in case you have this opportunity, you can walk not alone. You can walk with your family, with your friends. You can walk with your pet. Maybe you have a family of friends that you call regularly. So every time you walk, this will be also a reason to call them and have a longer call. So anything that makes you feel good, anything pleasant, you can combine with this habit of walking. So it will make this habit, the process of building this habit, also way more enjoyable. Another recommendation that I think works very well for me, so maybe you will find this also useful, it's about considering walking as a me time. We lead nowadays busy lives, we don't have so much time for ourselves. And when you think this half an hour or this 1 hour that I'm gonna walk outside or inside today, it's me time. I'm doing it because I care about myself. I'm doing it because I love myself. This is time for me. And while I'm walking, maybe I can listen to music, maybe I can listen to my favorite podcast. But kind of the key point is, no matter what you're actually doing while you're walking at that time, mindset is important. So you are thinking about it, not like your habit that you force to build, not like something that you have to do. This is something that you want to do. That's something that you do for yourself. This is your me time. This is your time when you can care about yourself, about your mental and physical health. And just changing this attitude already makes these habits so easier to build. And my last point about building this walking habit, but practically building any habit at all, it's about using some things that can be an anchor for you for that habit. And I love anchoring. I think it's one of the most efficient tools in order to build habits, in order practically to build new identity. And I have a bunch of videos about anchoring and identity building tools on my channel already, so please check them if you're interested. I think it's like a real game changer in case you want to build habits that's kind of hard to build personally for you, or maybe that desirable goal that you are trying to reach kind of far and you need a lot of time and efforts to reach that. So this mindset of identity building, of using anchoring, make it so much easier to stick to those habits because they are far. So kind of the idea here is that you are using a physical object as an anchor to particular habit or particular identity, your desired identity, where you already have this habit. For example, you imagine yourself as a person who loves walking, and this person walks regularly every morning, like for 15,000 steps, let's say. So it's a very big goal for somebody who is not there yet. So you take a physical object. It can be a pair of shoes, it can be some kind of lucky socks, certain socks that you bought only for this purpose. Important thing is this object should be used only for this purpose. I'm using ring, I'm using also marks for different other habits that I'm building, and I talked about that previously. So it can be something that once you see it, once you wear it, once you use it, it's automatically like signal for your brain that you are working on your walking habit. So obviously socks, some certain clothes, maybe some kind of band, maybe again, it can be a ring, it can be a bracelet, it can be practically anything, but something that you use while you are building this habit, and something that you kind of put your positive thinking on. For example, you are wearing your lucky socks, for example, those socks which are designed only for walking, and you bought them only for walking. And every time you put these socks on before you go out, you're telling yourself, oh my God, I'm that type of person. I'm the one who's walking regularly, even though it's not truth yet. Or every time you're walking and you accidentally look on your feet and you see those socks on, you're thinking, yeah, I'm walking, I'm getting that person, I'm already that person, I'm building this habit, I love walking, walking is great. And kind of slowly your brain start associating this particular object with this particular habit. And for you, it's just enough to see this object that already you will start thinking like this person. And in the future, you will no longer need this object anymore because you will already have this habit. But anyway, I think it's a powerful tool. Science already proves that using anchors in order to build your habits is a very good idea. So I hope you like this video. I truly believe that walking is one of the best habits anyone can build. Again, both for mental and for physical health. It's easy to do. You don't need any investment. You just need comfortable shoes. Maybe you don't even need shoes at all. You can walk barefoot. Like, there are so many options. We already know that there are so many health benefits to walking. And why just not to walk then? So thank you for staying here with me. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you soon.